My name is Cesar Vlogs, and today we are going to be kind of looking over Joe Rogan's apology. I'm going to go over whether or not it was okay for him to use the N-word. Being a black person, I think it's my duty to report on this. That's a joke, by the way. But I do feel that this is something that's pretty unique in a certain way. I don't want to spill the things because I'm going to reveal at the end of the video. But we're going to be looking at exactly what his apology was. Now, we're not going to watch the clip of him saying the N-word just because it will either give me a strike on my channel or I'm gonna lose all my ads and lose my reach. So we won't watch that, but we'll watch his apology. I just want you guys to know that I did see the video in full of him saying the N-word. I think it was 22 times. So before we get into this and see what his apology is, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment. If you're not already subscribed, what are you doing? Help me get my video out there in this jungle that we call YouTube. So without further ado, we're going to be getting into this and figure out exactly what Joe Rogan had to say, saying the N-word. All right, let's get into it.
Maniac for that trap street. I'm making this video to talk about the most regretful and shameful thing that I've ever had to talk about publicly. There's a video that's out that's a compilation of me saying the N-word. It's a video that's made of clips taken out of context of me of 12 years of conversations on my podcast, and it's all smushed together and horrible, even to me. Now, I know that to most people, there's no context where a white person is ever allowed to say that word.
But a white person created the word.
On a podcast. And I agree with that now. I haven't said it in years, but for a long time, when I would bring that word up, like if it would come up in conversation, instead of saying the N-word, I would just say the word. I thought as long as it was in context, people would understand what I was doing. Like that context was part of the clip we were talking about Red Fox, how Red Fox said that word on television in the 1970s, and how times have changed so much since then. Or about how Richard Pryor used it as one of the titles of one of his albums. Or I was quoting a Lenny Bruce bit, or I was quoting a Paul Mooney
bit. It's still okay
bit,
then. It's still okay now.
I was talking about how Quentin Tarantino used it repeatedly in Pulp Fiction. Or I was talking about how a Netflix executive, ironically, used it because he was trying to compare it to another offensive word, and he said it out loud, and they fired him. Not calling anybody a word, just saying the word out loud.
See, yeah.
I was also talking about how there's not another word like it in the entire English language, because it's a word where only one group of people is allowed to use it, and they can use it in so many different ways. Like if a white person says that word, it's racist and toxic, but a black person can use it, and it could be a punchline, it could be a term of endearment, it could be lyrics to a rap song.
He's actually right,
it could be a positive affirmation. It's a very unusual word, but it's not my word to you. I'm well aware of that now, but
I disagree with that, man.
For years I used it in that manner. I never used it to be racist because I'm not racist, but whenever you're in a situation where you have to say, I'm not racist, fucked up, and I clearly fucked up.
Man, this is something that's old.
That's my intention to express myself in this video, to say, there's nothing I can do.
What about Disney World?
I wish I could.
What about all the old Pepsi stuff, man?
I do hope that if
was their
anything,
apology?
That this can be a teachable moment. Because I never thought it would ever be taken out of context and put in a video like that. And now that it is, it looks bad. And it's part of also me doing this podcast for thousands of hours, thousands of episodes, over 12 years. I said which is fine when you're talking about most things, but not when you're talking about race. And there's another clip that I have to address. There's a clip from 11 years ago. I was telling a story on the podcast about how me and my friend Tommy and his girlfriend, we got really high. We were in Philadelphia, and we went to go see Planet of the Apes. And we didn't know where we were going. We just got dropped off by a cab, and we got dropped off in this all-black neighborhood. And I was trying to make the story entertaining, and I said, we got out, and it was like we were in Africa. It was like we were in Planet of the Apes. I did not, nor
Bro,
would I ever.
that's funny. I'm
say
sorry. That's
that
funny.
Black people are apes, but it sure sounded like that. And I immediately afterwards said,
Some
that's
act
a
like
racist
it.
thing to say. Planet of the Apes wasn't even in Africa. I was just saying there's a lot of black people there. But then I went on to talk about what a positive experience it was and how much fun it was to go to see this movie in a black neighborhood. It wasn't a racist story, but it sounded terrible. And like I said,
mean, you can take anything out of
you can have
context
clunky stories
and
about
make anything, you know?
but not about race. And so I deleted that whole podcast, but obviously somebody made a clip out of it and taken out of context. It looks terrible, but it looks terrible even in context.
Bro,
Fucking idiotic thing to say.
I heard that he's apologizing
And
so much,
I
dude.
was just trying to be entertaining. I certainly wasn't trying to be racist, and I certainly would never want to offend someone for entertainment with something as stupid as racism. My hope
I got a lot
is
to say,
that-
guys.
Look,
Once
I
he's
can't go
done.
back in time and change what I've said. I wish I could. Obviously, that's not possible. But I do hope that this can be a teachable moment for anybody that doesn't realize how offensive that word can be coming out of a white person's mouth.
It's
in
not, though.
context or out of context.
It's not, though.
My sincere and humble apologies. I wish there was more that I could say, but all of this is just me talking from the bottom of my heart. It makes me sick watching that video, but hopefully,
If you guys hear
at least
tip tap,
some
my
of you
pets are just being
will
clowns,
accept this and understand where I'm coming from. My apologies and much love. My sincere, deepest apologies and much love.
I got a lot to say, guys. All right, guys. I have a lot to say, man. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Now, first thing I want to go off, I'm going to go from the top of my head. I didn't write any of this down. I'm just going to say exactly what I'm feeling, all right? First of all, you never apologize. You never apologize because it's never going to be enough. You never apologize. I don't care what he said. You never apologize for words. Ever. Never apologize for words. I have never apologized for anything that I've said. And I've had thousands of comments, probably not as much as him. Not probably, I know I haven't had as much as hate as him from people that, are angry about this, but I have had thousands of comments, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, etc., of people being angry at me at something that I said. I've never apologized. You never apologize, because once you apologize, they're going to see they have power over you, and it's never going to be enough. You're never going to be able to take back what they said, because this isn't even about you saying the N-word. This is about worthless people feeling like they're worthless and want to bring somebody down. That's what this whole thing's about. Whole cancel culture is literally about worthless people who don't want to work, that's lazy, who hate themselves, that's confused, who have mental health issues, and they want to bring you down. That's what it's about. I've seen this time and time again from YouTubers to celebrities. It doesn't matter what it is. Actors, actresses, it doesn't matter. Even for me, all right, I'm not even that big of a YouTuber. I don't even have double digits of subscribers yet. And it's about people that just want to cancel you or shut you up because they hate themselves. All right, that's what the whole cancel culture is about. Sad people that feel like they can have control over celebrities, who hate celebrities. Even I've seen people that will literally like a celebrity and then jump around and be like, yeah, cancel them because they're rich and I hate rich people. I swear it's like that. This whole thing is about self-entitled losers who want to make other people feel like they do because they're not smart enough. Not they're not smart enough. They are dumb, but they're not smart enough and they're lazy and they don't want to actually put the work in to be successful. They just want everyone to be on their level. That's exactly, won't get too much into politics, but that's exactly why they want things not to be like America. They want things to be kind of somewhere else so everyone's equal, so everyone can be a loser like them. That's the first thing, all right? So he shouldn't have apologized. Never apologize for words, all right? It's words. Get over it. If you're an adult, get over it. Now let's move on to black people, all right? Now you guys know I have a bunch of videos just saying stuff about black people, but this is the main thing I want to say. I don't care about the N-word. You shouldn't either. If you're black, it doesn't matter, all right? White people to me can use the N-word. I'm sorry, I said it. It's the truth. They can use the N-word. Hey, they invented the N-word. Now black person's gonna be like, oh, he's cooning, he's Uncle Tom, blah, blah, blah. I've heard it all before. It doesn't make a difference to me. Call me whatever you want. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna get my Coon Award pretty soon. I ordered it. It's still not here yet, but I'm gonna get my Coon Award. I'm gonna have it sitting behind me. So any black person that thinks that I'm a coon, you can already see. I got my Coon Award behind me. It's coming, all right? So before you call me all that, you have to understand that words have power when you let it have power. The reason why black people, oh, I'm mad, I'm angry, I'm black, because of the N-word, literally, pranksters will only prank black people because they give a better reaction. That's how predictable, I'm sorry, dumb black people are. They get triggered by a effing word, all right? That's how simple-minded these people are. They get triggered by a word. Think about that. There's no other ethnicity that gets triggered by a word. You can call, a white person a redneck, a honky, or whatever under the racial slurs, right? You can call an Asian person, a gook, etc., right? And no one would get angry about it, right? Now, an Asian person would be like, hey, you're the R word or whatever, but they're not going to really be like, I'll beat your way about it. They're not going to do that. Only black people do that. You know why? Because black people are dumb enough to let a word have power. You guys get what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. A black person want to call another person the N-word in a cool brother way, I think that's fine. But when you cut off, white person can't say though, this person can't say it, it's the R word. What? Now you're giving it power. Now that gives other races the power to completely control how you feel. You could be having a good day. An average person, black person, having a good day, and then they get called the N-word, and their day's ruined. Think about how simple-minded that is. Think about how weak that is. You're letting a word have power over you, so much power over you that you're willing to commit murders. You're willing to commit crimes. You're willing to assault people because of a word, over a word. Really think about that. Black people are the only race of people that a word can completely change their entire brain structure. All right, it will change the chemistry in their brain. All right, they could be filled with dopamine. They could win the lottery, but they get called the N-word, they will flip a switch just like that. So I feel like when black people do this, oh, you can't say the N-word, it gives that word power. When you give that word power, you give people control over yourself. All right, that's the problem here. That is the problem. And that's why I feel like he can say the N-word. I feel like any race can say the N-word, all right? Now, I'm not gonna say that it's okay to, call a person the N-word in a derogatory way, but I do believe that it's okay for any race to say the N-word. I personally do, all right? Because if you guys keep doing this, you're gonna keep being last. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. You're gonna keep being last. Pranksters on YouTube are gonna keep targeting black people for a better reaction. Have you guys noticed that on any prank channel, the ones that get the most views are pranks in the hood, blah 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 in the hood. I went deep in the hood. I went to Atlanta in the hood. Anything that has to do with something black. I said blah 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 to black people. I act like I said the N-word to black people. It will get 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 million views. It could be a terrible video, but the fact is that we know if it's in the hood or has to do with a black person, it's going to be funny because black people act just like animals when it comes to the N-word or anything that has to do with something about slavery. Understand this. No one on the planet Earth anymore that's in America, that was born in America, has experienced slavery. Let it go. It was 400 years ago. Let it go. Who cares? You're not a slave. Your grandma wasn't a slave, all right? Let it go. Stop doing this slave mentality. It only holds you back. As a black person, it only holds you back. Let it go. The most successful black people are the ones that let it go. If a white person came to me and was like, hey, you're an N-word with the ER, I would laugh because in fact, I call white people the N-word with the ER. I got banned for it, all right? To me, anybody is that word. It's not just black people. So from my perspective, anybody's that word. I don't feel any type of way because I see a bunch of different races being the N-word with an ER, and I will call them an N-word with the ER. Like I said, I literally got banned on Facebook for calling white people that word, all right? Because they were acting like it. So I feel like anyone can use the word because anyone can act like it. When you just specifically only say, oh, the black people are, I can't say the word is only targeted to black people, then you give the word power. Why can't other races be the N-word with the ER? You guys get what I'm saying here? Black people doom themselves when they do this. And I feel that Joe Rogan did literally nothing wrong. This is one of those rant videos. I didn't write anything down. I just want this to come from the heart because I feel like this is so stupid and it needs to stop. All right, what better time for this to happen in February, Black History Month? What better time, right? I feel like that it's trying to shut Joe Rogan up because Joe Rogan speaks the truth and he has a very big audience, and I feel like this isn't going to ruin Joe Rogan. I'm sorry, it's just not. He has too strong of a fan base, and I feel that Joe Rogan is bigger than the cancel culture. And the fact that he apologized weakens his defense. The fact that he apologized makes people not believe in him as much. Don't apologize. Stand strong for what you believe in. I would never apologize over a word, ever. I don't care if I was a white person. If I was a white person, would I be using the N-word? Probably. I'm gonna lie to you guys, because if I think the same way being a different race, I'm gonna be the same way. I don't feel that words have any true power to them. I feel like words have power when you let it have power. They're just words. You guys ever heard the term sticks and stones can break my bones, but words can never hurt me? Use it as an adult. Stop being weak. To all my black people out there, get over it. Stop being weak. I don't care how any of you guys feel. If you get triggered by that word, you are a weak man. You are a weak woman. You're mentally weak. It's a word. But the word was called by all this stuff. Get over it. Get over it. Alright? Let it go. Blame yourself for your failures. Stop blaming the system. Stop blaming all this stuff. This is the R word. You know what the R word is? When someone's actually aces? Is when they feel that their race is either superior or they think down on another race purely for their not even their experiences, but only their ethnicity, their skin color. That's what that really is. Just because you say a word doesn't make it. If you say racial things, it still by definition doesn't make you the R word. The R word is only applied when you feel that your race of people are better for no other reason other than the skin color, or you look down on another race for no other reason other than skin color. Not because most black people are still in Hellcats and Challengers, but only because of their skin color. You guys get what I'm saying? There's a very big difference. I want you guys to understand there's a very big difference of feeling a type of way because these colored people do something specific or they have a higher chance of doing something, and just feeling that way just because of the skin color. Very big difference. And I feel like it's being very slewed. I don't want this video to be too long, but I have a lot to say, man. I really, really do. But I don't want to make like a 30-minute video because I can rant all day for this, man. All my life, I grew up just seeing black people constantly get triggered and just all this other stupid stuff. And it is a shame to see that how they're kind of getting Joe Rogan on the ropes, as they're saying, is because they're using the stupidity of black people to do it. They always use the stupidity of black people to do stuff, to get their political point across, to control people. I'm tired of it. As a black person, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of them using my people as a stepping stool to get control over other people because black people are too dang stupid to see it. I'm tired of it. I truly am. Like, as a black person, I'm tired of it. Just really think about that. All this stuff they're able to do is because of black people, because they're stupid. All right. So that's gonna be my rant. All right, for the month. All right, guys. But this is how I feel about the Joe Rogan thing. He has nothing to apologize for. He shouldn't have apologized. Black people need to get over it. It wasn't the R word. He did nothing wrong. It wasn't like he said those effing N words and he's get a bunch of other people to call people the N word and stuff like that. It was nothing of the sort. It was just a word. Like I said, it depends on how you use it. I think that does matter too. But he didn't use it in a racial way. He didn't use it in a way to harm people. He just simply said the word. And if you want to get mad at him, I want Joe Biden to apologize for it. I want Coca-Cola to apologize for it. I want Disney to apologize for it. I want a bunch of companies to apologize for it, because I can tell you right now, every company and every actor, every famous person has used the word or done something racially insensitive to black people. I want everybody to apologize. Joe Rogan has to apologize. I want everyone to apologize, all right? But that's gonna be I think I did probably like a 20-minute video. I really hope not. I'm gonna try to shave it down a little bit for you guys. But that's gonna be my rant for February. All right, to the black people that understand where I'm coming from, I salute you. I really, really do, because being an actual intelligent amongst your own race is probably the hardest thing possible. All right, I kid you guys not. Look on my videos. I get mostly hate from black people. Think about that. Really think about that. Most of my hate comes from black people, but BLM, right? Alright guys, that's gonna be it. Like I said, I have a lot to say. You guys wanna make a part 2 on this? I have a lot to say, trust me, I do. But I don't want this to be too long, guys. So that's gonna be it for the video. If you're new to the channel, you guys agree with me or you like this, but give thumbs it up, thumbs it down, send me hate mail, send me hate comments, I don't care. But help me get my video out there in this jungle that we call YouTube. So without further ado, that's gonna be it for the video. Remember, I'm not arrogant, I'm just confident, and thank you for watching.